Hey, chosen ones. I want to say all praises to the Most High God, Yahuwah, through His Son Christ, the Holy Messiah. But I want to come on here today to talk about these people who are monitoring spirits, who are paid workers of the demonic system. Like, for real, like, you can't even lie about it. You can't even make this stuff up. If you are a person living in homelessness, find somewhere where it's safe for you to live in your car, okay? I wouldn't suggest that you put yourself in environments where you have to be monitored by others on a continuous 24-hour kind of 24 hours a day, okay? But they're paying people to set some of these people up, guys. Some of these people are around you because it's a financial benefit to them to try to set you up. And that's just the facts, okay? We hear about it every day. We know about this thing. This is nothing made up. This is no delusional talk. This is real stuff that we know is factual. People are getting paid big time. These foreigners are the main ones who are benefiting, guys, from setting Americans up. And you just got to be careful, because a lot of these people who are around you in your proximity, they're working to set you up. They're helping to set you up, or they're a part of setting you up, or they're monitoring you and making a paycheck. All right. This is not no joke, guys. I'm telling you. And this is a general message. This is a general spiritual message. And see, you know what? The hardest thing about being a public speaker and a spiritual intuitive right now is because I don't live by myself. I'm living amongst people. And then anything that I'm saying on my social media, these people are monitoring it and taking offense, or talking amongst themselves about whatever, I'm saying, maybe in the public, in the living spaces, because, inside the common areas, it's recorded. And it's so much stuff, guys, that be going on, like, and I be paying attention to it. I'm like, damn, this ain't what it's supposed to be. This little setup here is not what it's supposed to be. I believe, we were asked to, come here because we were in need of a place, but we were only in need of a place for about a week and a half or whatever like that. We were just waiting to move to a new location, but this opportunity came up, so we took the opportunity, not even reading the fine print really too much. It's just unaware of the things that this involved. But this little situation is to help the homeless, right? But all the while, I'm looking and I'm understanding that this ain't to help the homeless. So that's why I was telling y'all, guys, watch out for some of these pad splits or these, homes that try to help the homeless, because let me tell you, sometimes these people be grouping up against you and you're the target, and you wondering why everybody's focused on you, or why is this simulation focused on you. Now, this is a general message. If it's not intended for you, it's not intended for you. Now, if you're getting vexed by the stuff that I'm saying, then you might be a part of monitoring and getting paid to stalk me and harass me and put me in a simulation. So if you're not, then I suggest you don't, and you getting vexed and it's not about you, don't listen to my videos. This is my personal platform. This is my personal public platform. I'm outside recording. I'm in the public. So the thing is, this is what I noticed, okay? And I noticed it's a lot of little wizardry stuff that be going on. It's stuff that don't even seem right. It be like noises. Somebody's outside the window at night, but they know where they can be where no one can see them. You know what I'm saying? It be little things that happen. And I'm so glad I was listening to Lance, the private investigator, who was talking about gang stalking, because these gang stalking covert groups, they work together and gaslight you, because you'll be the main one bringing up issues and nobody else bringing up the issues, and you're always bringing up the issues, but it's like you're not really being heard. You're not, you being heard, but you ain't being heard. And then it's like you're being gaslighted, and you're being gaslighted. And then, guys, I'm telling you, do not, if the best you can, stay away from these pad splits. I'm telling you. And I'm not trying to disrespect nobody. I ain't trying to downrate nobody, nothing. I'm speaking my story. And my story telling me some weird stuff going on. Every time this negative energy shows up, it's always my phone start acting up. You know what I'm saying? The Wi-Fi starts acting up. I be doing stuff, and I be looking at my YouTube, or watching somebody's video and the titles and what they're saying, and then I can hear somebody responding. I feel that energy, guys. You can feel negative energy. You can feel vampiric energy. Okay, a lot of these pad splits, a lot of these shared spaces are ran by Medicaid. Or state government, or they're trying to set you up, so they're watching your every move in the house. They're watching you. Personal injury, it's all tied into all of that, guys. And most likely there might be a secret lawsuit you don't know about. Somebody done put you in a POA or a guardianship, and a judge done signed off on it. And that's just my personal opinion. It doesn't mean I'm on the right path, but I know something ain't right. And so I'm speaking up about it, because it's certain stuff that we be talking about in our private room. And then when I go out in the community, I hear people talking about what like they're gaslighting me with the information that I'm saying. And then even on these private cameras, how I used to talk about the videos about how the cameras are being hacked and someone's monitoring you and you don't know who it is. And then when you ask about it, they'll say, oh, that's my assistant. Like, what is your assistant? Like, I'm telling you that I feel like this assistant is perping me, is monitoring. Why are they monitoring? We didn't come here for this bullshit. Because when we first got here, they told us ain't nobody watching us on the cameras. It's only them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you guys, man, this is some weird, whatever kind of program they got going on. I don't know what it is, but every time I go outside, I sit and do my videos, or I stand outside of the house, it's like something is spraying on. They're spraying some chemicals. Okay, something is spraying chemicals. And I know when I tell you guys, when it rains, you can go outside after it rains, you can smell chemicals, because maybe they're dumping chemicals in the rain or in the air, or when they fly over, doing the white trails in the air, when you see the planes flying over. And I'm gonna make this quick, because they shadow ban us for this. And look, a plane just popped out of the horizon and flying over this way. But anyway, guys, they use these trail planes to fly over these areas in communities, and they be dumped. It be chemicals in them things. Do your own research. And they'll say we're saying this is conspiracy and all that. No, this is what it is, because you can smell the chemicals. But I'm talking about this house. I be standing outside sometimes, a back door, the front door. I be standing there, and it's like somebody's up in the attic misting me, or spraying me, right? Trying to get me to stop talking on my social media. Like, y'all see me out here outside. I'm in the wheelchair talking to you guys, and I could be sitting here, and it feel like somebody, like, every time I say something, it's like a thump on the wall, a thump outside. I'm like inside and outside. It's like they trying to control what I'm saying, y'all. I kid you not. And I be trying to get the recording, but I can't, because they see, if they're monitoring me in my room, they monitor me outside, they monitor me inside the house, then they're monitoring me every time I try to hit the record button. You see what I'm saying? So I got it. Chosen ones, the first thing you need to do, if you're getting harassed psychologically, put in a simulation, an experiment, or some kind of legal people are watching it and stalking you and harassing you and following you, or they got some state worker living amongst you, knowing that it's illegal to have someone as a nurse or as a state worker, to be living up in a private place. They're telling you it's private and these are shared rooms, but you got your own room, you're paying your own room, but it's another person in there, maybe working for the state, maybe working for another division that you're fighting, the insurance company. You see what I'm saying? I think that's really wrong if that's the real reason, if that's the real truth. Okay, so they see every move you make, even in the bathroom, guys. I told my landlord it's a hole in the bathroom up here. This was a long time ago, when I had an issue with a man living in here and they had to get out of here and stuff like that, right? And I believe this person, they got this house, must have had this house rigged up already. Like, they must have been doing this to somebody else too. Okay, so y'all got to be careful about this. And I know my landlord listens to my videos, but I'm speaking my story, I'm speaking my truth, and I've already addressed these issues. Some of them, not all of them, but I don't need to address every issue. Once you start addressing certain issues, chosen ones, and ain't nothing really, no real resolution has come, it's just time for you to go, and it's just time for you to move on. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of hard for you to move on when your mom don't really want to go. You know what I'm saying? You're her caregiver and stuff like that. So it's kind of really hard. You know what I'm saying? And I know my landlord watches my videos because, listen, I'm in the house doing my videos too, and there's cameras everywhere. So you mean to tell me your little assistant ain't telling you what I'm saying? How the hell did, when I go out down the street, they know to be down the street at the very exact time that I'm out there? They don't sit out there, y'all, all day waiting for a target or a victim to come down to the store. No, they have already heard you discussing, hey mom, I'm getting ready to go to the store. Or my mom will say, you going to the store today? Get me some tickets or get me some coffee or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or I need to go to the store to get some paper towel or something like that, toilet paper. You know what I'm saying? So how do they know to be there at the right same hour? No, because they've been monitoring you on the inside. This is an experiment, and I think it's illegal. And maybe whatever I'm experiencing in here ain't got nothing to do with personal injury, y'all. What if what I'm experiencing in here ain't got nothing to do with personal injury? What if it's something else? You see what I'm saying? But why would you put somebody to be around to monitor me to take back to somebody else? Because you're getting a financial benefit. What if this has got something to do with somebody being put in guardianship, or they put somebody in guardianship and they watching the individual, the chosen one, the child, the person who can help that person? You get what I'm saying? And got you held up over here because they're over there putting POAs on people. AOPs, number threes. That's what I was talking about, y'all. POAs and AO3s. You know what I'm saying? But I got to do more of my research about this stuff, because the lawyer, the financial investigator, he said that it's times when people put POAs on people and the person never know about it for maybe 10 years later. They doing some behind the scenes settlements, behind the scenes lawsuits against the targeted individual, and the target individual don't know nothing about it and don't even have a chance to speak their truth, or don't have a chance to even, because I don't give a damn what somebody say and what somebody do. You should give the other person, the target, the victim, the right to share their side of the story, or to defend themselves, or to defend someone else that they need to help. You shouldn't be out here putting secret lawsuits out on somebody. You shouldn't be out here putting people in secret simulation and experiments unbeknownst to the person. And then when the person find out now, you know what I'm saying, after you done put them through all this tragic programming and all this, and that's what it is, chosen ones. They're programming you. They're putting you in a simulation and then documenting your experiences and your responses. But you're human. You're supposed to be able to respond and react to normal situations that don't seem right to you. It shouldn't be turned around on you to make it seem like you're delusional or you're the problem. No, you're the fucking problem, because you sit there, these people sit here and pretend like They don't know where a missing long, sharp object is in this house when there's a camera in this house. Cameras all over this house, listening devices and all of this stuff. So you mean to tell me you know who's coming in here, who's taking things out of here? You know who's doing stuff purposely in here towards me? You know who's sent here to monitor me and give a report to somebody? This to me is wicked. Here come the noise campaign. Look, y'all. Y'all hear it? Look. Hat, wig, loud noise now. Come on now. I know you don't ride around with no car sounding like that. Evidently, and that they look foreign, y'all. Didn't I say it's foreigners in these programs who's getting a financial benefit to put people in these simulations? Allegedly, I'm speaking my story and what I've experienced, so I cannot be lying and I cannot be defaming, and I'm not trying to defame no one's character. I'm not trying. Whoever's listening to this and getting vexed about my story, you might be a part of this. You might be the one that really is doing this. So you need to stop this. You need to come to terms with what you're doing to someone and stop all of this. You need to end this. You need to end whatever contract you got against me. You need to end it. Because everything you don't think I hear. Everything you don't think I see. Because that's the ability that God gives chosen ones of God. That's the ability that God gives the gifted ones, the intuitive ones. I don't know what y'all already know. Look, y'all already know. Y'all already know what a target individual is got going on. And the target don't even know any of you. And when she meet y'all at the same, you brought them in at the same damn time. That's how I know something ain't right about this picture. When you took the male away, because he was doing some real man, DIRTY, man. My life is in danger because of these insurance adjusters, insurance companies, and this corporation I'm fighting, and they are lawyers. They've been putting me in some real dangerous situations, chosen ones. But don't worry, God gonna get you out of these dangerous situations, because some of the stuff that you've been dealing with since you've been in here is like they trying to poison you. Man had needles on top of the table with blood on them, and nobody else was in the house but me, my mom, and that individual. And then when I asked him, hey, why are you putting this on? Why you got this on the table? This don't look right. Like, why you do this? Somebody, oh, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. And this is my dad's. I said, well, where's your dad? Your dad ain't here. Why you got it on our dinner table? You know what I'm saying? This don't look right. We don't handle business like that. We don't. Man, I come from a grandma and a mama. You can't put nothing on that table. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's the mail or something. Not even the mail. That's how it was. But see, I'm in a shared space. When you get the mail, you got to put it on the table. That's the only way somebody gonna know where it's at. But I'm talking about needles, man. This man pretended to be a nursing student or a nurse, and then told me he used to work at the prison as a nurse. What that make you think? And then he gets kicked out. He gets mad and come back and turn the whole power off while we're freezing in the house during the winter time. Because he get mad because the landlord told him he had to go because he can't, be bringing men in the house and then have them sitting in the bathroom with the lights off. And when I go to the bathroom, because they don't close the door, I'm screaming. You know what I'm saying? That man could have been in here and could have took me out of here. Or took my mom out of here, because it was only me and my mom here at the time. You see what I'm saying? But they'll get mad at me because I'm sharing my story. And I'm not defaming them because I'm speaking truth. And then, okay, he leaves. He has to go. He's moving out and turns the brake off and leave us freezing in the house, everything. I had just got up and looked, checked on it was 8 something or whatever to give my mom her food so she could take her medicine. And I went back to sleep. He came back in the house, turned the power off, didn't even know he was in there, and then get mad and drop all his medicine all on the floor at the front door, and then and sweep a pile in front of the camera to make me clean it up. See, this is the stuff that they do. They make you, some of these people, not all, but I'm telling my side of the story or my situation. They'll make you do all the work, chosen ones. They'll wait till you do all the work, and then they sit back. And some of them will create all the work that you got to do. They'll create all the work, and then you got to clean it up. You see what I'm saying? You got to watch people like that. And then they'll spill a lot of stuff too. And I was listening at Private Investigator Lance, and he said a gang stalking tactic is they like to spill stuff to make it seem like you don't keep your home clean. They like, you know what I'm saying? And you do keep your home clean to the best of your ability, but you ain't no slave to nobody. We ain't no slave to fear, y'all. We ain't no slave to none of these programs. And I'm telling my story. So when the stuff, and then so, okay, then he leaves, and then two more come, and then two more people come, and they come at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? They making it hard for you. They doing purposeful stuff towards you. So you know they was in it already. Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, but this is truth. Not intended harm. This is for education, news critical analysis, but also spiritual intuitiveness, stuff you have to watch out for when you live in these shared spaces, because not all these shared spaces are what they seem to be, guys. And everybody you meet is not who they seem to be. You don't have to know their private information or nothing like that. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying some people are presenting themselves as one person, and then they're not who they say they are. Like, I'm not in here pretending that I'm some doctor or I'm no teacher or whatever like that. I'm not presenting myself like that. But don't be out here doing me any kind of way and think it's all good. Like, fuck, where is that fucking knife at? Who took that knife out of here? And because, chosen ones, because I'm saying something like this stuff is dangerous. They could be gaslighting me with it to make it seem like I'm dangerous. You see what I'm saying? No, I'm scared for my fucking life. I'm scared for me and my mom's life. But you telling me you don't know where it's at? That means you ain't even trying to look on your phone to go through the history of the cloud to see who was standing there and took the knife. The last one took the knife. No, because they can manipulate these camera systems, guys. But it's a camera pointing it directly at the dish rack. It's a camera pointing directly at the dish rack. And the reason why I'm very, very, suspect, because people be breaking into this house unbeknownst to us. And, well, I won't say unbeknownst to us. I know about it. Intuitively and physically, I notice things, right? I notice this stuff. So it's somebody walking around here with a big old long butcher knife, okay? And nobody told me where it's at. Nobody's saying nothing. They could be gaslighting me with it. They could be saying they don't know, but they all the while took it themselves. You see what I'm saying? So this is why I say this house, these houses, these shared spaces could be ran by governmental bodies who's trying to cause the target, the private citizen now, because we came in here as private citizens. We didn't come in here with no court order that we knew. We came in here willingly because they were willing and offering us a place to stay, a private space, not a public hospital, okay? Not no mental ward, not no nursing home for seniors. No, this was a private space, but it all to me acts like it is governed by some third-party entity. I did my research. Oh yeah, I did my research. So I Googled, when did this company become an LLC? We moved in here in November. They became an LLC in July. That was a short period of time. I'm telling you, these different companies are popping up all around, y'all. I'm telling you, you got to be careful. I'm just telling you, if you're dealing with homelessness, temporary housing, transitional housing, you coming out of homelessness, you've been homeless, you was homeless for a week, waiting on your housing or hotel to be available, waiting for your next drop, your monetary drop, waiting for you to get approved for a job, whatever your situation is. Be weary of these transitional kind of temporary housing. And I know I'll probably get evicted for saying this, but it's a chance that I got to take, because enough is enough. Sometimes you have to speak up, because it should be no reason why there's somebody in here monitoring your every move. There should be nobody in here poking holes in your food when you're not around the corner. You know what I'm saying? When you can't see around the corner in the kitchen. There should be nobody in here monitoring what you're eating, monitoring how you're sleeping, what you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? It should be nobody pouring stuff, in your seat. You know what I'm saying? Pouring water in your seat, chosen ones. It was the end of February, early of March. I was sitting directly in front of the living room cameras. That's two. Watching TV. I got up for some reason. I don't know what I did. I must have went to the bathroom. I came back. I sat down in a chair. It was all wet up. It was all wet up. And I wasn't home alone. And the thing is, I was in shock. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, damn, is this another simulation for them to do stuff to me? And then I complain, and then nothing happens, and nobody really does anything. Nobody roll the camera back on their phone, because they can lock the phone. They can lock the door with their phone. They can lock you out with their phone. They can watch the camera videos with their phone. Why can't they share with you things that are happening in the house that you think you're being gaslighted with? And these entities are watching my videos, and they know I'm speaking the truth. But I'm not afraid of you. And this is why I say some of these people are paid to be monitoring spirits, spiritual practitioners, to cause you harm, cause you distress, or even take you out of here, chosen ones. It's some people out here can get paid to take you out of here. We're finding little rubber, finger rubbers, all of that. We come back from a trip, and it's like one I seen before we left, and then the second one I found when we came back for our trip. Who has access to our room other than our landlord? I have to speak up and speak the truth, because you have to be able to tell people what you're going through, because they're slowly killing you. Somebody's trying to slowly kill you, chosen ones. And it might be orchestrated by these higher ups, these corporations, these companies, and these legal matters. And that's why you say disclaimer, because you're not sure who it is, but it has something to do with whatever experience you're experiencing. You can't say this person did you this way if you don't know exactly who did it. That's why I'm telling you my story. I'm not pinpointing nobody out. But I do believe somebody is being sent here to cause me harm. And I know there's a connection to this sharp object, that somebody's been getting hurt from sharp objects, guys. And that's what I've been saying. I've been trying to figure out a mystery. And the thing is, these tag numbers are representative of some of these places these situations happen at, out of state. So you don't think I'm scared and nervous? Yeah, I'm a human. But I'm not gonna let fear overcome me, because I have faith over fear, y'all. So you think all the while you thinking they putting up these security cameras to watch you. It's not. It's protect these construction sites. It's not really to protect you. It's protect these construction sites. People ride down this road real fast. That's why they probably have these cameras up too, because it's elderly people be on these sidewalks, and these people still see them, and they be speeding down the road. It's handicapped people walking up and down this sidewalk, elderly people, you know what I'm saying, children and stuff, and people be speeding up and down the road, you know what I'm saying? So they don't care about no damn flock cameras. They don't care about no damn cones in the road, slow signs and nothing like that. They don't care about no cat running in the road. They won't even stop for a cat. They'll run them over. You get what I'm saying? This is the mentality. So you have the, hey, little kitty cat. Now he want to come in the yard. Look at him. Now he want to come in the yard. Look, Rudy. You getting close, huh? And see, some people don't like kitty cats, but I would never harm one. I would never harm an animal. I would never harm anyone, right? That's why I'm very meticulous. I pay very close attention. That's why I think I clean so much. You know what I'm saying? I'm always cleaning. I have to make sure I'm cleaning and just be a clean person, because it's always going to be somebody saying that you this, you dirty, you this, you smell, you do all of this. But it ain't nobody business if I smell. Why are you on the phone talking and gossiping about somebody who smells? Why are you on the phone talking and gossiping about me, but I can't gossip about nobody else? Because I'm not going to do nobody like that. I'll talk in general terms. My audience won't know who the hell I'm talking about, but they on their phones talking with their friends, telling people all in the community about you. Where are they getting that from? See, enough is enough, chosen ones. See, you've been quiet. You gave them grace. You've been alerting them. You've been speaking out in the home. You've been on camera speaking out. But now enough is enough. There's a real heavy energy in my environment that I believe is out here trying to put roots on me. That's all I can say. And I believe it. Are they trying to take me out of here? And there's a situation in another state that someone got really badly taken out of here unalive, and a group had to do it. So you'll think I'm scared? That's why I'll be scared. That's why I'll be liking to see cars sitting down the street at the corner store back in, waiting for me to come around. As soon as I pass by, they gone. They ain't waiting to go inside the store. They ain't waiting for somebody to come inside the store. No, they knew you be walking, you going down to the store, and they monitoring you. They're testing the temperature, because the camera system is telling them where you going. They were doing that before these cameras was up. So who's doing it? Is somebody in this house? Is somebody on these cameras? Is somebody in this house next door to you, or something, chosen ones? Is somebody looking out their window and telling them which way? I believe it's a house connected to this house. It's another shared space house next to this house. There's probably a lot of them around here, and somebody is connected to this house, maybe with the people that live in this house or something, or the person who's running this house or something, because they're telling them which way I'm going from the left to right, because they listening in through the wiretapping. They're listening in. And what if they're not involved in the personal injury? They're involved in something else. You seen yesterday I was on live, somebody said check on somebody, but nobody emailed me, nobody went to my TikTok and left me a message. This is why I'm saying, like, don't be doing that to get a rouse out of me. And we know some of these people just be some demonic, evil, wicked demons, because you're speaking out. They want to come on your platform and try to talk about you, and all that, because they are in your proximity and you're on to them. You're on to them. Why ain't nobody leaving a message now? Because they're listening. Somebody put us in this house on a purpose. They might trying to get rid of me so they can gain guardianship or POA, or put this person in a POA, or put this person in a guardianship. You get what I'm saying? These people are demonic, or steal something from me, or take from me. This is alleged, but I'm on to them. I'm on to whoever. And disclaimer, this is not intended to harm. These are my true factual stories of what I've experienced. And guess what, chosen ones? I have a witness. And this is why you got to be careful, especially when you're dealing with the medical field. Especially when you're dealing with the medical field. These people play some real dirty games. Allegedly. Not everybody I'm talking about. This is a general message. So don't get offended about what I'm saying, because I'm experiencing some real heavy shit up in this house. I'm experiencing real heavy energy up in this house, and I don't like it when somebody's sent to monitor me. I don't like it when people be playing mind games with me. I don't like it when people be gaslighting me. I don't like it when people be breaking into your home, stealing objects, and nobody seeing nothing. I don't like nobody taking objects out of the house knowing that a person's life could be in danger. I don't like that. I don't like it at all. So I get to speak my truth. Especially when people in this town, after I've been saying videos after videos after videos after videos about mysteries going on that have nothing to do with nothing around this place, nothing around this city. I don't even know these people. But then on the news, the FBI arrests 13 people with a plot to murder people. Murder for hire. These people getting paid to murder people, y'all. So why you think I ain't out here paying attention to using my spiritual abilities to find out what these mysteries fucking are that's surrounding me? I ain't defending. I'm sharing my story. Take me to fucking court. Cause I'ma defend myself. There should be no reason why I'm getting sprayed in this house or something is spraying me. I'm hearing noises in the roof. I'm hearing banging in the walls. I'm hearing dropping sounds. I'm hearing noises. And we've told the landlord about this a long time ago, over and over. They went up in the attic, nothing. They couldn't see nothing. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like some directed energy weapon is up in the roof. Cause I be getting hit with a lot of heat, y'all. And I know I'm in my 50 times 50. But I know you don't be hit with directed heat. You know what directed heat feel like, y'all. It's somebody trying to poison me, y'all. I'm talking about the type of poison to take you out of here. I ain't talking about poison, get you sick and then you get better. No, or you get on medication and all that. No, I'm talking about trying to take me out of here. So I get to speak my truth. I'm telling you, I don't know what this is. Is this hospice? I don't know, y'all. I'll be trying to figure shit out, and I might say anything. Anything might come out of my mouth if I'm trying to figure out a mystery. When investigators investigate, don't they look at all options? Don't they be pulling out all this and trying to figure out everything and all that? Well, I'm trying to figure it out, and I don't mean no harm to nobody, but this ain't right. Something ain't right about this place. I believe it's a third party over this place, but this is a rental. You get what I'm saying? But somebody over the people that's renting this place is over them. Something is over them, and they've been doing this. That's just my opinion, my facts or something, because I do my research, and I ain't trying to discredit, defame nobody. But what I've experienced and what my mom experiencing here has been like that since we moved in here. Since the very first when the first week came in, I noticed. It was a man came in here and looked like he was doing the paper, but then the person who moved in was somebody different. I was like, what the kind of bullshit is this? And then somebody told me, listen, you better look at your lease because this thing is ran by probation and parole. I was like, what? I looked at my lease and I done went down the thing and I done initialed this shit. Like, I didn't even see this. We didn't even discuss this. Me and my mom had to sign our lease and we was like, what the fuck? And I pulled out the lease and looked at the list and it's ran by parole and probation. No, well, damn, no wonder these people watching me everywhere I go. This shit they listening to everything we're saying in the privacy of our room. They watching me undress, y'all. They doing all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck? This is alleged. This is truth. Disclaimer, not intended to harm, but I got paperwork to prove this. Like, what the fuck? Who is the judge signing off on this shit? I don't do drugs, y'all. There should be no reason. Remember, listen, I told y'all I went to the hospital because we was homeless. We was in downtown, and I was pushing my mom everywhere. This insurance company watches us suffer in the freezing cold at night, in the hot sun in the daytime. They did nothing to try to come and give us a resolve. They tried to lowball me, and from the slip and fall, I know it's damaging my kidney, y'all. And so the thing is, I had to go to the hospital. Boy, the doctor said, "Listen, you about to get in. You almost." And I'm looking at my paperwork. I can't say what the doctor said, but I'm looking at my paperwork, man. I'm almost in renal failure.
being out there in that sun, dehydrated, not drinking enough liquids, drinking a lot of teas and all this and sodas and all that, not even knowing I'm about to go in renal failure, y'all. And then come to find out, like, he's like, he had to hurry up and give me the antibiotics and stuff. And so I'm like, you mean to tell me this company sat here and put me in a dangerous situation and not trying to give me no resolve, watching us daily, every day, suffering, me pushing a heavy duty wheelchair with my back pain from the slip and fall, man, and I've already had whiplash from the ceiling falling on top of my head. So I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Why won't they try to help us? What's going on? Like, what is really going on? Do you know the day that I walked in that emergency room that night? I'm sorry, the night that I walked in that emergency room, I heard a white woman and a black woman walking, and I could see them on the side of me. And I heard the lady said my name. This is before I signed in, kind of signed in, right? And I'm like, why this lady calling my name? I said, Ma, I heard somebody call my name, like my full name. Why they coming out of the ER portion where the people be in the beds? There's a door to the emergency waiting room, and the woman called my name and talking about, you better test her. And I saw a white woman with brown hair. Remember I told you I kept seeing a white woman with brown hair, and I seen a black dark-skinned woman with her. And I'm like, who is this woman? And now I'm coming to think about it. I'm like, what if that was my landlord? Landlord, if this is you, why did you go for this? Why did you agree to do somebody like this? I was homeless all that time. I ain't did no drugs, no prescription drugs or nothing. The only drugs that was in me is from the hospital or from my back procedures or my neck procedures. I hadn't taken nothing. What if somebody was out there poisoning my drink? That could have been a possibility. When you're in car life, you leave your little mugs open or your big gulp cups, and you have to go take your mom to the bathroom and come back to your car. You might be poisoned. I'm sharing my story. This is not to defame anyone character. This is not to defame anyone business. I'm sharing my story. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. My mom don't want to leave this place, y'all, but I need to get out of here. I'm telling you, I really do need to get out of here. I need my family. My family need me. I can't be stuck up in this playing games with these psychological psychiatrists, sociologists, therapists, Medicaid caseworkers, and all this kind of stuff. All the while, food stamps, all of them people, nursing students coming up in here, monitoring, causing me tower moments, causing me to get out of character, purposely leaving little shit around to fuck with me. This was in the beginning, y'all. I'm telling you my story. I documented it. Y'all seen me going live in an argument with these people. So I'm not lying. And I was in a public space telling you about this. Now, these people, they're retaliatory now. See, foreigners, they like to retaliate. They like to retaliate on people. Because I'm telling my truth about my experience, I ain't defaming nobody. Care. I have not once said somebody's name. Why would you send your friends and to harass me? When I go to a Jamaican restaurant, why would somebody come stand up around me trying to intimidate me? Some tall man telling the man, because see, I told my mom in the house, in the privacy of my own house, I said, I don't know why that food don't supposed to smell like that. Food don't supposed to smell nasty like that. I ain't even lying, because it's somebody else that said it too. Like, then I go to a Jamaican restaurant and the man said, yeah, I told the clerk at the store, some lady said they don't know why it smelled like that. You get what I'm saying? So guess what? I had to wait on my food. I get the dry meat. I get the dry chicken. And then when I leave, I'm standing at the bus stop. I see a car with the headlights on watching me, just sitting there, tinted windows, nice luxury car, just sitting there watching me. This is what I'm telling you guys. They're monitoring me. So why am I mad? I mean, why would I be lying? Why would I get on my social media and tell you my story and be lying? Because they can get on their social media and they could be talking about me. They on social media. Let me tell you how Google and social media and TikTok work. They show you the people in your area. Okay. And I seen them on their social media too, just like they see me on mine. But I don't go to that. I don't even know their handle name. I don't even know their video. It was just somehow the video popped up with all these different clips of different people talking about different things, and I seen an individual on it. Do I go sharing your videos to other people? No, these people sharing my videos, chosen ones, to their friends. That's how they know. That's how they know. They're talking amongst themselves. They're gaslighting me. This is a fucking psych op. Okay, this is some kind of psychological warfare they're doing on a targeted individual who happened to be a injury person, a person who got injured. I ain't playing no fucking victim. You cannot play the victim when you have been injured. I don't come on here playing no fucking victim. This is real life stories. These are real truth experiences. And some of this stuff, I have to say disclaimer, because I'm not trying to harm nobody. I'm not trying to put nobody in a precarious situation, because I would never put nobody in a house like that. I would never put nobody, no evil person or somebody I already know amongst these people. No, some of these people, you may not know them, but they know that I'm in one of your establishments. I don't know how, because they've been tracking me down. Probably, possibly for a POA or a guardianship. Because what I believe is that white-headed lady with the brown brunette hair is maybe a judge or maybe an agent about some kind of drugs, and they just wanted to make sure I wasn't on no drugs or something. I don't know. But my spiritual abilities, intuitive, empathic abilities, and reader of energy is going to help me figure this shit out. But somebody don't want me to make it to the court case. So I'm on my P's and Q's. I think somebody's trying to kill me in this house. And that ain't no psychological delusion. That ain't no, oh, she going through mental health. They love to say mental health so they can put you in a POA, chosen ones, in a guardianship. No, you experience some real heavy shit. And this shit is real. You got witnesses to some of this stuff. So when I say anxiety, everybody, I got anxiety because I've been in injuries. I've been in simulations. I've been put in homelessness, and I've been fighting through some of this trauma that these legal people put you through, from being stalked and watched and monitored, gang stalked, because it's legal in the state. In the state, it's legal to be gang stalked by some of these actors and these monitoring spirits, okay? Because it's a part of discovery. But the point is, you ain't supposed to be harassing people to the point where they're, going into anxiety, having anxiety and going into depression and going into, post-traumatic stress and all this stuff. And they put in simulations and gaslighting you and doing all the kind of wicked shit to make you think like they trying to take you out of here. Because we know that some of these companies pay people off secretly to take the individual out of here. I would be wrong if I don't speak my truth and then something happened to me and nobody know what happened to me. You see, they quiet now. Why the trolls ain't on here now? Because I'm speaking up, huh? I've been speaking up. It's a witch or a warlock in my proximity. Don't mean it's in the house. Don't mean it's in the roof. It could be somewhere in this area, and they doing some sneaky shit. And they helping these people get away with what they bullshitting doing. Whoever I'm talking about, this is a general message. But whatever the real information that you getting out of this, if you know you doing some wicked shit, you need to stop it. I'm begging you to stop this shit. I'm begging you to stop your fucking assistant from listening to us. It's a camera right by our bedroom door. I'm begging you to stop this woman from monitoring me, because every time I see, like, I try to do something on my phone, my computer, they watching everything, because we messed up and logged into that Wi-Fi. We don't use the Wi-Fi no more, but all it takes is one time, chosen ones, and they done hacked into your phone. I remember I ordered a phone and it came here. I didn't pick up the phone out the box. I was slow getting up because, I deal with pain. I'm constantly moving around helping my mom as a caregiver. I didn't get my box. It don't mean nobody else should have got it either. Somebody else picked up the box, opened my box, and I went out and gave it to me, and it was like, oh, sorry, but I opened it thinking it was mine. Okay, they gave it to me, so okay, no problem. But as I closed my door, opened my box, looked inside the phone, the SIM card was missing, so I couldn't even use the phone. So I had a phone number to a phone that I couldn't even use, because that's another tactic of gang stalking, y'all. But can I call that person a gang stalker? No, I'm not. It's not what I'm doing. I'm telling you my experiences. So I called the phone company, and they said, well, you have the SIM number, right? You have the SIM card that came with it. I said, no, it wasn't in the box. They was like, it was in the box, but they said they'll try to help me create another SIM card, but they said they couldn't help me. I would have to take the phone to the service place. I took it to the service place. They couldn't do nothing about it. They said no, didn't work. The account number was messed up. It did, because the service on the phone was trying to do something in the back office. It messed it up, so they couldn't do nothing. Guess what? I threw that damn phone away. I threw that phone in water, let it sit in water, tied it up in a bag, let it sit in the room. But it's still working and monitoring. That was a burner phone to monitor everything that was going on in the room. I threw that phone away in the trash. I said, hell no. I done spent my money on something. Target individuals, personal injury victims. You will get gang stalked, gaslighted. You will spend more money than you receive. You get what I'm saying? In the end, you will lose. You think you going to fight for justice? You ain't fighting for no justice. God give you justice. Man can't give you justice. All this stuff these people done put you through, these people done stalked me everywhere I go. I've had no privacy since I've been to this place. Since I moved here, I've had no privacy. Gang stalkers stalking, opening our new apartment door. Guess what? You know the apartment to stay in, guys, chose one. I'm telling you everything because I'm gonna say it in the court of law. It was an email in the email talking about the company is facing the apartment complexes nationally are going through a class action lawsuit. All you have to do is check to see if your old apartment or the apartment you living in complex is on the list. You put your address in the class action lawsuit thing, and this is legit. Because these emails, don't open them emails, because some of these emails is a way for these scammers to get your bank account information and hack your bank account, take your money. These are scammers, y'all. These allegedly. I don't know who these people are, but I'm telling you, whoever's a part of my targeting and got anything to do with gaslighting me in my home and outside of my home, you're a scammer. You really are a scammer. And so when I put the old address in the list, and it came up. That old apartment that I was doing my videos when I first got here with the gray countertops, y'all. Nice little 1-bedroom. They under a class action lawsuit. See, this is what I'm saying. Every time I speak up for justice, it's always something that happens. You got earth angels out here, chosen one. First of all, you got God. You got his heavenly angels, and then you got your physical earth angels. So all this negative stuff you getting, all this hate, all this negativity, envy, jealousy, hate, setbacks, strongholds by the enemy, there's earth angels fighting for you because God sent them to help you. Remember that. So if you don't like me, you should have never put me in this situation. If you don't like me and you don't like what I do and you don't like how I move in this house, you shouldn't be telling your friends what I'm doing in my house. I'm not telling nobody what you doing in here until you F with me. Because first and foremost, guys, I haven't fucked with them on a gaslighting. I haven't F with them. I haven't left stuff around purposely. Because, you can leave stuff, but you don't. I'm talking about when you purposely doing shit to F with people. I don't do that. I wasn't doing that. I would never do that. I would never make somebody overwork. I would never let somebody do all the work and I'm not doing nothing. I come in here. I've been slaving in here before the day you met me. I've been putting in the work because that's my job. I got to take care of my mama. You don't think Medicaid know I'm home On the clock, I have to log in and log out, y'all. They know if I'm working or not. Okay? And one thing about me, I know what I can and can't do on the clock. See, this is what these little trolls, these little confidential informants thinking I don't know what they be doing. Yep. Somebody poured something in the front of the camera in my seat. What if that was something to take me out? And all I was doing was trying to find a place so I can come and be at peace, because we've been all, hustling and bustling in homelessness. I wanted to come here because I slipped and fell in this place, and I needed some peace to, relax, to get my business in order, to, get everything in order and stuff like that. And then I get all this fucking gaslighting, uneasiness, people walking around here like they fucking, what I'm saying, about to jump me. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna beat me up, and all this kind of stuff. I'm the one fucking scared for my life. They ain't scared for their life. Shit. They protected. The state protect them. I'm the one walking around here fucking scared for my life. Don't know if somebody come around the corner with that big old butcher knife. I'm telling y'all. And black Americans, we should never live with anyone outside our race. We shouldn't even live outside. We shouldn't live around people that don't know our plight. We shouldn't. I think some of this stuff that I'm going through in this house has something to do with something going on back home or something. I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna figure it out. I don't like when people be trying to play me like this. Cause you doing me wrong, man. Y'all doing us wrong. These insurance companies be behind this stuff, allegedly. Some of these companies and corporations be behind this stuff, allegedly. And I'm speaking in general terms because we have known that these lawyers will lie. This company has lied before. I did my research on this company. This company has lied. An individual lost their life, and their attorneys lied to the family, lied on paperwork. The same company that I'm fighting, the lady passed away, and the attorneys was up there lying, trying to keep the family members and the children of this woman from getting the settlement, y'all. This is deep. This is deep. So this is why I'm speaking my truth. If they, remember that word, if they I ain't gonna say that. If they steal, they'll kill. If you steal, you'll kill. That's what they say. And it don't mean it's true. It's just a saying. If you lie, you'll something. If you lie, if you cheat, you'll lie. If you lie, you'll steal. If you steal, you'll kill. That's what they used to say. But that's a general message. Don't mean it's true. But what I'm experiencing up in here, something ain't right. And I'm going to keep speaking my truth. And I've been speaking my truth, y'all. I believe I'm dead in here. I believe this company want me dead. And I'm not going to die. They're not going to take me out. No, they're not. I'll fight to the end. And that's what I'm doing. Fighting to the end. I ain't gonna let nobody take me out of here. I don't care what simulation you put me through in here. They ain't taking me out of here. I had enough, Mom. I'm ready to go. I think it's time for me to go. I can't stay here no more. Yeah, I'm on here. You ain't got to say nothing, but I can't take it no more. I think these people trying to kill me in here. Just being honest. There's too many signs. It's too many signs. Somebody is a culprit. It's a hidden agenda. Something going on. I don't know what it is. Huh? I don't know. You know. I have had enough. I'm tired of being gaslighted. I'm being gaslighted in my own home. Gaslighted. Not taken serious. You being gaslighted in your own home. It doesn't feel right. Chosen ones, you don't stay in these places where you have to have roommates that are pad splits. I'm telling you. Now, pad split, the company, I'm not talking about pad split. Okay? I'm not talking about pad split as the company. Pad split as the company might be a good place. It might be better than these made up things, these transitional homes, because you don't know who's coming. Your personality may not mesh with your roommate. You know what I'm saying? It's too much monitoring. It's too much monitoring. You know what I'm saying? It seems too made up. A lot of this stuff be too made up, y'all. Y'all know them houses that be ran by the police. That's what it seemed like. This house is ran by the police. Well, it said on the lease parole and probation, right? Damn. How the hell I got trapped in this shit? This is a trap. Chosen was. This is a trap. They set you up to live with certain people to fuck with you. That's what it is. They found people to fuck with you. And I'm being honest. And they know I don't like this situation. They know it. I just try to be cordial. I try to be respectful. I try to be out the way. I move out the way. I don't be all in their way. I I live here too, so I'm gonna go in the kitchen. I'm gonna go in the bathroom. I'm gonna go in the yard. I'm gonna be in the front. I'm gonna be in wherever I need to be. I'm just telling you, do not live in these fucking transitional houses, because they will send somebody to make your life miserable purposely. I ain't talking about you just don't get along with me. Now, these people, some of these people will, I'm talking about general terms now, will try to make your life miserable. They have systems in place already monitoring and listening to you. What criminal act you have done and you didn't go and have your trial? That's what I want to know. Is this some kind of grand jury kind of thing? Is this what it is? This ain't no fucking what they call it? This ain't no witness protection. Because a witness shouldn't even feel like their life is in danger, child. No. Got people knocking on the door, doing wellness checks on people that don't live here no more. What the fuck is going on, y'all? I'm telling y'all, man. Something ain't right about some of these places. And you know what? Ain't nobody addressed me for speaking my truth because I'm telling my truth and I'm doing it in the right way. I ain't put nobody on camera. Ain't specifically saying nothing about nobody. I'm telling my truth, y'all. Seriously, this is for awareness purposes. Do not. I would rather stay homeless on the street before I do this shit again. For real. I will never get myself trapped up in some shit like this no more. I'm telling you. I keep telling my mom over and over, over and over, I've had enough. I got to get out of here. And the sad thing about it is I'm a caregiver. I cannot just leave the recipient. I can't. I have to fire myself from the job. I have to fire myself from this. This is a demonic attachment. Like this, something in this house is just demonic. It's like something is an evil spirit up in this house, and I'm not delusional. There should be no reason why somebody's somewhere doing noise campaign outside your window all the time, throwing rocks, clicking noises, clicking and clicking. Every time I go in the kitchen, the light in the kitchen is like it's taking pictures of everything that I'm doing. Every time I go in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen washing dishes, the light flickering on like it's taking camera of my every move. There's got to be something dealing with this personal injury, y'all, or something. They're trying to put me in some kind of POA or guardianship or something, or I'm in hospice or something. I don't know what it is. Or somebody lied on me, or somebody put some kind of witchcraft on me. That's what I feel. I've had enough. Every day I feel like just packing my bags and just walk it away. Every day. I was looking at a bus ticket. I was trying to buy a bus ticket to go back home to check on a loved one. And as I was doing it, I knew somebody was monitoring my phone because they was laughing and laughing and laughing and all. I'm like, seriously? And then the phone started acting up like somebody's in the phone, and then they wipe the thing off the phone. I'm like, see, this somebody's monitoring me. This is a highly stressful environment. This is a dangerous environment. And I can't even walk away. I can't even walk away from it. I'm trapped, y'all. I got to get out of here. I really do. I got to get out of this place. I can't live with people with bad energy. I can't live with people who seem like they've been sent to monitor me. I can't live like this knowing there's wires wired up, listening to every conversation, and then they responding after everything we say, everything we doing, they responding to it. I can't deal with this.
And then they hacked into your computer, they hacked into your phone, they monitored everything you say, they muted your videos because you speaking so much truth. Well, this truth cannot be denied. This truth cannot be denied. I remember that story. This lady, she was part of this company that I worked for. I was marketing the health and wellness products for. And she went over to Haiti, and she went over there to join a witch group, a coven. This was on the news, y'all. Y'all better pay attention to what's going on in the news. This is old news, though. Her son said that they called her and said his mom died during a ritual. Yep. He never got the answers he needed. He was on Tasha K, and she talked about that story because I'm sure, you know, when you put stuff in the airways and you talk about little news stories you hear in clips, other news channels, independent black media jump on black news. And I thought I seen this woman before. When we was in a hotel one time, I was coming out that hotel, we was checking out, and this woman was, I think she was checking in, but she looked just like that woman. She had short blonde hair. She was short and kind of stocky. And I was like, she looked so familiar. She looked like one of the women from the healthcare marketing company that I used to market my products, the health and wellness products and the tea and stuff. And before you know it, months and months later, I heard that the woman passed away. She went over to Haiti, and she was joining a witch's coven. She wanted to be in this coven, this witch's coven, and they was doing a ritual on her, and she died. They said she had a heart attack. Now, what kind of ritual y'all was doing to make a woman have a heart attack? Yeah, she died. Her name was Dana. So whole play about the witch shit. And one thing about witches, they very secretive, and they do stuff very meticulous, and they do things very secretively. They very sneaky. They sneaky little demons. So that's why I be speaking up. That's why I be sharing my stories of what I experienced, because some of this shit be seeming like it's witchcraft. Some of this shit that be going on, it seems like it's witchcraft. And some witchcraft be in high levels too. Some witchcraft be in high levels.